The new Israeli offensive in the Gaza Strip, codenamed Gideon's Chariots, is aimed at a final crackdown on Hamas terrorists. But not everyone in the Middle East likes it. Israel's biggest enemy, Iran, has already engaged Yemeni Houthi fighters in a massive attack on Israeli cities. In the name of Allah, we have decided to take action to block the port of Haifa. All those who want to enter there should seriously consider doing so. Yemeni terrorists have already announced that they will attack any ship that shows up at this regionally important transshipment port. The Houthis want to paralyze trade and intimidate those who cooperate with Israel. They have also announced the paralysis of Israel's largest airport, located on the outskirts of Tel Aviv. Instead of peace, choosing war, and in this case, the strike by the Houthis against Israel is such a strike, typical of this kind of terrorist militancy in the Middle East. If you put together from the last months all these fronts that Israel has, all these battles that it's engaged in, it's already hitting the economy of the State of Israel, meaning people have to be under arms all the time. If there are air attacks, then there are alerts. If there are alerts, then people go down to the shelters, meaning they don't go to work, they don't go to school. The whole state freezes. There is a struggle for influence, money, and power in the region. Hence, Israel's two economically strongest cities, Tel Aviv and Haifa, have been targeted by the Houthis. But it's also a cultural and religious conflict, a war for land and for control in this strategic region for the world. This is a war, and we have a plan to win it. Our goal is to defeat Hamas and recapture the Israeli citizens kidnapped more than a year and a half ago from our area. We want to get rid of the terrorists, but we don't intend to harm civilians in the Gaza Strip. Hence, our decision to launch humanitarian aid. The biggest victims of this war are, as always, ordinary people. Gaza residents are starving, and no aid has reached them for almost 3 months. Only now have truckloads of food, water, medicine moved into the enclave inhabited by more than 2 million people. There is permission for 100 humanitarian aid vehicles to enter.
And then the worry is that if the current food shortage continues, it's exponentially increase. And then beyond our control. I Rick and myself visited Gaza many times before the war. We always enjoyed the nice people, nice food, nice environment in Gaza. It's unthinkable that 10% of kids are malnourished. It's unthinkable that we have severe malnourished children in Gaza, where they used to enjoy the life, and there's no life in Gaza.
A man who struggles every day to keep 7 children alive understands the struggle very well. There are times when I have to fight for a plate of soup that is barely enough for one person, and I have to feed all of us with it. Children go to bed hungry. My daughter is 7 years old and weighs only 11 kilograms. Although the Israeli army regularly shells the area, the biggest enemy of ordinary people are Hamas terrorists, who use civilians as human shields, take away their property, and indoctrinate children and young people. Therefore, the American leader believes that Hamas terrorists must be dealt with once and for all, but that civilians must be protected first and foremost.
So we're going to handle a couple of situations that you have here. We have some very serious situations, and we're looking at Gaza, and we got to get that taken care of. A lot of people are starving. A lot of people there's a lot of bad things going on.
But peace in the Middle East is still a very distant prospect.